to 88.1 in Roundup.
What do you think, huh?
That looks great.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
This is our new uniform.
I like them better than the other uniforms.
It goes back. It's a connection back to our World War II, back to the roots, you know. So that's what this one is about.
It's been there, done that.
Yeah, once or twice. Good attendance.
Yeah, in a lot of strange places. He commanded all the forces in Iraq. How many nations?
72.
72 is all. Now, I never had a job that tough in the Army. So you got 72, and they all want a piece of him. They all want to tell him what to do, and he's running it. And they killed ISIS. That was the end of ISIS.
And I got my ethics, my values, and in fact, my commitment to the people of the nation from the great people of Roundup, Montana, my relatives. My influence was my dad, obviously, and he brought in the love of service, the love of the Army, and just the love of people. You know, the Army's a people business. That's exactly what it is. And it's shared service, sacrifice. We have the Army values, and so those were instilled in me by my grandparents too, who are, of course, from Roundup, Montana.
It's just a really vibrant community. It's kind of surprising how vibrant it is.
I love the 4th of July. When I think of home, even though I live in Perth, Australia, I still think of Roundup as home.
Authentic cowboy country, Roundup, Montana. It's the real deal. And it is. It really is. There's a rich cowboy history here.
Only God makes cowboys. You either are or you ain't.
We have rodeos almost every weekend.
You either can or you can't. It looks good in the movie. Riding off in the sunset on your horse. He's thinking it's easy. But only God makes cowboys.
You know, and the cowboy thing is, there's a freedom. There's a freedom. It's a combination of free and hard work. And there's no feeling like it when you're out there. You know, you just feel free, but you got a job to do and you're doing it. At the end of the day, I can't describe it. You're on a horse, your horse and you are acting as a team. It's just magical. And so when I think of a cowboy, I think of freedom.
And there I spent my life.
There's a wide variety of people here, good people.
Bars of lower Broadway.
The people, lots of good things.
The people, I mean, we got great people in this county. We all work together, we all play together, and I think I know about everybody in the county. Although we only got a residents of about 3,000, so it's not too hard.
The climate here, it's not overly cold. We're still in the Chinook area of Montana. It's not overly snowy here.
It's the variety of terrain we have. Wide open spaces, mountains.
The mountains, living in the mountains.
Full mountains are helium.
To a town that I knew.
Of course, the river, the Muscle River.
But only in my dreams.
There's the farmland in the prairies. I mean, wide open places are pretty impressive too. I'm a pilot, so I see it all.
We've kind of got the best of all worlds. We have beauty around us. We are really close to some beautiful places if you're, within an hour's drive.
The eagles and the trees, looking down upon a town, to the haven I have found. There's an angel that's watching over me. She's watching over me.
Roundup has not been bought out yet. I mean, Roundup is still pretty authentic. Good old-fashioned hardcore values in I think a great place to come to.
It's nice to come back to a value system that's grounding and seems to be very, doesn't seem to change the way values do in other places.
And so the great Montana values we were able to take into the force and actually drive those into the units that we commanded along the way.
This is really important, and I think, and Paul, I mean, he brought all those people here, and he's been working to do that for a long time. So I say that's terrific, because you're recognizing these young people.
And they're so good. I met your staff coming here.
Yeah,
through the week, I'm going, I know why they picked them.
The nation doesn't realize quite just how much talent we really have.
Oh God, I guess.
Yeah.
You just can't beat them. You can't.
So don't miss it.
Well, first off, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Trey Gonsley. I'm the commander of the Trade Dogs Band, the band whose boss is Roundup's own General Funk. Our mission is to go around and bring morale to America, particularly the soldiers. And America cannot have, especially all these times of distress or whatever, we want to bring happiness to the public. That's what the bands do, and we love doing this. And it was our pleasure to come to Roundup, which is so American and so loves their military. And we have a woodwind quintet that is right now prepared to play at the VA clinic in Billings. So that's what I say. We get around, we play for another retirement home tomorrow to take care of our veterans. So whether you're veterans, active duty, or young, we try to hit everybody. We try to bring happiness and morale to all of America, every age.
Hi everybody. My name is Teresa Isaac. I'm from Oklahoma, Utah, and I joined the Army because I love performing and I love my country.
Zach Comer. I'm from Texarkana, Texas. I enlisted a little bit after college. Basically got married less than a month after college. It's a great way to take care of family. I get great benefits, and I got to use my degree on public service.
Sergeant David Felton from Morehead City, North Carolina, and I wanted to serve my country, and the best way for me to do it was at music. So I enlisted and I've been doing it ever since, about 11 years now. Enjoyed every day.
I'm Curtis Poloshinsky. I'm from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. I auditioned for the Air Force bands, but then I thought that, man, the Army bands are so much better. So.
I have been a joint, which means all the services commander, and combined with all the other nations 4 other times, and it was just a unique experience to work with all the services and the countries of the coalition. Fascinating time.
I mean, that's great people.
Yes,
great people.
just phenomenal.
That makes the difference.
That's what the Army is, a people business. The whole military is really a people business, and the Army specifically. The shaping operations from the sea and the air set the conditions, and then in order to win, you must occupy and own the ground. That's what's neat about our military, is every piece has a function that actually works.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do this since I was like a kid, but the thought kind of came out recently, so decided to do it.
We in the Army have a responsibility to go back and connect to our hometowns and show the next generation what it means to serve, what selfless service is all about, what our Army values represent, and what it is that we are in fact part of the greatest fabric of this great nation has, and that it's your Army, it's not my Army. this Army is yours, it's the people's. So we have to be stewards of that relationship. We have to be good ambassadors for it, and we have to stay connected to the American people. Frankly, that's why we're out here, that's what we're trying to do.
He seemed really proud because he's from Roundup as well, so seeing that someone else is from Roundup is enlisting as well, he's really like overjoyed about it.
As a special note, I do want to put out that come out and meet a little piece of your Army.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the Tradoc band is going to be here. We've got the Golden Knights coming in. We've got some one of our trailers out here that shows some of the capabilities. It's all set up right out by the stage out there, and they're going to be out here to just kind of show off a little bit.
Sure.
But reach out and shake their hands because they serve right now. And they're all great young people.
So when we go through Austin, he lives in Austin. So you're going to come over to our truck, we'll talk a little bit more over there and see what you get.
Good.
But, so after 18 years, we're still excited about it.
Thanks for your service.
I enlisted about a month or two ago, but a few days from now is when I ship off to basic training.
0.04% of the nation serves in uniform. 0.04%.
Probably about the lowest it's ever.
Yeah, and of that, 79% of that 0.04% has had a relative that has served in the military as well. That population is dwindling.
My father was a veteran in the 80s. He's not anymore, but a lot of my grandma's family is ex-soldiers, so.
All right. How long you been in?
12.
12 years.
13 in
Awesome.
July.
Awesome. Thanks for your service.
I appreciate you.
All right. Let's get a picture for Major. Got it. Thanks. Thanks for doing this.
Well, one of the ones I like is the GI Bill, where if you stay in for about 3 years, you can get a lot of your college paid off, and there's the tuition assistance while you're in the Army as well, so you can pay off your college and get the degrees you might need after.
Yeah.
I think electronics, after the military, if I get out and don't like it, or if I don't want to do it again, I'll probably go to trade school for like electricity related things. So.
Some came in thinking it'd be temporary, and they're here for a whole career, because it's just a great feeling to wake up knowing you keep contributing to America and to morale. What a great job to go and bring happiness to people, and especially the great country of America. So it's been a great career. I recommend it for anybody.
The jump team's coming in. Tandem will be on ground, out of the air about 6:45.
Yep.
And we'll be honoring our heroes here before the concert starts. So everybody come out and enjoy what's going on this weekend. All the Army people are here. If you see them, say hi.
That's
It
right.
means a lot to all of them.
That's right.
Yeah,
They'll be in
yeah.
uniform.
I could have been an outlaw, oh, I leaned a lot that way. I could have robbed some banks and made my getaway. Oh, I could have been pretty bad, yes, the good Lord knows it's true. I could have been that and a whole lot more, but I fell in love with you. You saved me, you gave me a reason to believe I wouldn't be around if I'd left it up to me.
I'm super excited.
Every word of this is true. I could have been an outlaw, but I fell in love with you.
Sometimes we'll get inverted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'll be hotter, colder, hotter. I'm expendable, you guys are not. To break it down in the simplest terms.
Acting like I was living it up, but just waiting for the fall.
Once we get up past the 1,000, we'll do a gear check, and then we'll open up the door. There's some AC going in here. It's really nice, and it's just a big white screen.
You saved me, you gave me a reason to believe I wouldn't be around if I'd left it up to me. What more can I say? Every word of this is true. I could have been an outlaw, but I fell in love with you. You saved me, you gave me a reason to believe I wouldn't be around if I'd left it up to me. What more can I say?
That's great. Well, is there anything that you would like to add to with your friends and family before we jump out of this plane?
No, just I want to thank everyone serving in the United States Armed Forces, especially those serving in the United States Army, United States Navy, United States Air Force, United States Marine Corps, and our guardians. Thank you for your service and thank you to all your families. In 1972, when my mother was killed, a South Vietnamese Marine was able to take me off of a bridge from a gentleman who had been carrying me in a hat and in a bundle and brought me to the Sacred Heart Orphanage in Da Nang. And a few months later, a U.S. airman who was stationed at the air base in Da Nang came over and decided to bring clothes and gifts and decided that he fell in love with me and adopted me. And
there's a picture.
I was fortunate enough to be adopted, and I was brought over when I was 10 months old, and grew up here in the United States, right? I mean, being an American, and living the American dream and having the opportunities to work hard and achieve goals is just something that I never be able to repay. And just growing up in northern Wisconsin, having a great community, very much like Roundup, where everybody knows everybody and everyone is willing to go out of their way to help everybody else. So, and then I just ended up going to the Naval Academy and now work in the nonprofit space.
You've been serving your country ever since.
Nice, good job.
That everyone has a life mission and a purpose and a why, and for me it is all about giving back to those who have served and their families. And so if I can always do something to advocate for them or find more resources for them. But when they come home, it's equally as important to make sure that the resources and services are there in the communities to allow a successful transition. Because we send our men and women over to do some of the most amazing things in some of the most harshest of conditions. But when they come home and when they transition, where do they turn to?
And what you've dedicated your life to, helping these veterans and helping them get on their feet, get educated, get a new purpose, a new mission, is incredible. I really commend you for that. And what a fantastic job you're doing in support of our veterans, even though you're from the Navy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, we got it in
there. I do like to represent,
Tonight we have DAV van. Doug's been here, Douglas Bell.
That's great.
And
DAV
he's going to be here.
Very good organization.
He's kind of our outreach deal, and he connects a lot of these veterans
those
and stuff.
people are
And
great.
They are good.
He was here when you were here before, and Kim knows him, and he don't know what we're going to do for him. We're going to be when the jump team, the Golden Knights, come in, they're bringing a letter in from the post office, and the postman's getting dropped. Plus, they're bringing the American flag in.
Nice.
And what we're going to do for him is give him the first flag.
Lieutenant General Funk retired. It's going to present Doug Parrott Award for his service in the military. He's one of our last World War II veterans.
How about that, folks? What great service. See, he came into the Navy in 1944, and he flew several different kinds of aircraft, went to school, did all sorts of things, and then he was deployed to the Pacific, and he spent 30 months out there. Is that right, Doug? So, I mean, how about that? In a heck of a place at a heck of a time. He flew a dive bomber. Now, just gives you a thought to what these young people at that time did and the sacrifices they've had. He and Shirley have been great members of this community. He's a dear friend of my dad's. My dad thought Doug was one of the finest people in the world, and all of you out there that know him know the same thing is true. Right, absolutely, please. A couple of things. First of all, thanks a lot. You saw this flag coming down with these wonderful young people over here doing this jump, and it's been folded now, Doug, properly, and this is yours to take away from this moment. And your buddy behind you is the guy that dreamed this up, and I just think that's pretty remarkable too. So, it just occurred to me that I've given a number of these out too, but it was always for somebody's funeral, so I'm so happy to be giving this to Doug Parrott here tonight, damn it. Doug. This is from the Musselshell County American Legion, post number 18. I'm a member, by the way.
Lifetime member.
A lifetime member, yes. Well, let's see how long that lasts. Anyhow, Douglas Parrott, for your service and continued support of Musselshell County and Roundup. And that's so true. And look, this is why, listen, this is what America's about right here. All of you, this man, his spouse, all of you that make the country great. It ain't the people in Washington, sure isn't all a bunch of generals and all that. We like to think we help. It's all of you supporting the country and one another to try to make this a better place. And Doug Parrott, I couldn't think of a better example of that in all this time. Thanks so much for your service. God bless.
Okay.
Here you go. I want you to, I will hold on to this. You say a few things, Doug, if you will.
Well, it was an honor serving our country. It's the greatest country in the world, and we all know that. And a lot of other people in this area have served our country also, and it was an honor to serve it. And it's an honor for those that are now serving it. And thank you very much.
Well done, Doug. Thanks a lot, Doug. God bless. Let me ask one question, just to go along with Doug here. How many veterans are out there? Could the veterans just stand up, please? Stand up, the vets. How about that? Men and women. Men and women. Thanks a lot. Some of them that I got the privilege of serving with. What an honor. Thanks, folks.
It's honoring our heroes is what this weekend's about. It's a veteran deal that Ride lets us do, and so that's what we're doing. We're going to honor our heroes here.
This is a big day. For those of you that don't know, and you don't know me, my name's Funk, and I'm an American soldier. And I hail from Roundup, Montana. So today, I'm going to do something that hasn't been done. I'm going to welcome him home, and you're going to help me. My dad never got to get welcome home from Vietnam, and we're going to do that tonight, right here, right now. And finally, you're going to welcome him home after 50-some years from Vietnam. Can you say welcome home, Butch? Come on, guys. What a deal. You'll never see that again.
Telling us how Vietnam was and how all the troops were treated when they came home.
Yeah.
And
bad, really, really bad. I mean, a lot of folks don't know it, the younger folks, but let me tell you, the difference in how our soldiers were treated then and after Desert Storm and on.
But we want to make sure these guys know they matter. It matters. They never lost a fight on the ground, and they would never lose one. This is the United States of America. We don't lose. I know there are a couple other guys out there. Could you please come forward? I talked to a gentleman last night. He was in the medevac dust-off call sign unit. Come on up, sir, please.
I just talked to a great Marine, and he's married to one of those beautiful Wilhelmy girls. And by gosh, come on up here, sir. We want to present this pin to you. The Wilhelmy girls are right back there, so yeah, come on.
Soldier down, pray hard, soldier down. He's an all-American U.S. boy with pride upon his sleeve. When he heard the call for freedom, man, he just had to leave.
Our soldiers were as brave, as skilled, as tough as we ever had. And they got no credit. They got spit on. They got vilified in the press. It was awful. And I haven't forgotten that. We still have, and we're going to have one this year, September, a reunion of the troop that I was privileged to command in Vietnam. And they're a cavalry troop, made most famous probably in Apocalypse Now.
With snow up on the ground, at least that's where he thought he was, but there's soldiers all around. They patched up all his broken wings on this eagle of a man. He's going home a hero, far from this desert sand. Well, the man behind the microphone said, "People, we are free, cause of soldiers just like him who fought for you and me."
And I will say this, when we saw all those yellow ribbons when we came home from Desert Storm, I'll never forget that. And some of my guys were saying from Vietnam, yeah, you know, that's kind of a little, and we fought a hell of a war and there were a lot more casualties. I said, hey guys, they weren't, the country just wasn't welcoming back. The 3rd Armored Division and the others from Desert Storm, they were welcoming you back too.
That's right.
And don't forget it, the people were embarrassed in this country by the way that our senior government of people acted, including the Congress and the President, all of them, all those so-called advisors. People were embarrassed by that. And when they welcomed us back from Desert Storm, entirely different feeling.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think a lot of the guys, you know, I think that helped a little bit.
Miles from home, and memories of his hometown, they don't make him feel alone. Soldier down, pray hard, soldier down.
They were treated so poorly. I got a kid that was in my troop that's out here in Sydney that died of cancer, and they couldn't figure out where it came from. It was Agent Orange. There was no doubt about it, and yet there wasn't any support in those days. Thank heavens, at least now, thanks to Rick Shinseki, that is something that veterans can get.
Well, the man behind the microphone said, "People, we are free, cause of
listen, we have plenty of threats in this day and age. No doubt about that. We need to watch what we're doing with the country and the military.
Soldier down, praying hard.
Thank you, sir.
Soldier down.
How about a big round of applause?
To me, this uniform represents two things around the globe, hope and fear. And it's hope for the downtrodden, hope for people who are looking for a leg out, hope for people who want to get rid of a dictator, and then fear for the enemies of the United States of America, because this uniform does not quit. Our motto, "This will defend," is what America means to me. It is always a pleasure. As you can see, this has been a love affair of the heart for me for 38 years.
watching them walk down these streets, playing that music. Was a highlight for me. You see, I grew up in the Army, but this is always home. So to bring them to you is one of the greatest things in my life. That's when you can bring those two together, and you then are a complete person. When you can bring family to work and work to family, and you can balance those things, that's what matters. Our Army is about people. This Army is about this country. It supports and defends the Constitution of the United States. This Army is not for anybody else. This is America's Army. And these young men and women are ready to go and do what you want them to do whenever you call. They are what matters in our nation. That's what right looks like, and thank God we have it. Thank you very much. All right.
but I've never been in love like this. I've been the life of the party, had a good time with Good Time Charlie. I've been that girl on the back of that Harley, but I've never been in love like this. Oh, I've never been, I've never been in, I've never been in love, never been in love like this. I've been to the top of that Ferris wheel, felt a kiss I thought was real. But I gotta tell you how I really feel. I've never been in love like this. Oh, I've never been, I've never been in